What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this really pretty neon 3D croc print polygel freestyle set. I love the way these came out and I'm pretty sure you guys will too, since you guys like bright colors just like I do. I actually created this set with this new set of gel liners from Beetles. I've been on the hunt for like the perfect set of gel liners and I haven't really found them. Most of the ones that I've tried, the brush is too thick and they're like really gloopy and stuff, and they're hard to work with because like the polish just keeps glooping down. But these I really like. These are my favorite so far. So yeah, I think I found a winner, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little unboxing. But when I look for a good gel liner, I want like a thin brush. I want them to be pigmented and I want to be able to get like fine details, you know. So this kit comes with like a little paper that shows you how to use the gel liners and stuff like that. This kit comes with 12 colors and the colors in here are so pretty. Like I love every single color in here. They're nice and bright and super pigmented. The bottles are 5 milliliter, and as you can see the brush is really nice and thin on this, and when you take the brush out of the bottle the polish doesn't like gloop all over the place. I had that issue with the McCart ones. I don't know if they've changed their formula lately, but I really don't like those liners. I've mentioned that a few times in my videos. The Savlon ones were okay, but these, I think I like these the best. So I'm gonna do like a quick little design so you guys can see all of the colors. The first color I swatched was Pink Lemonade, which is the light pink. The hot pink is called Raspberry. The red is called High Risk. The orange is called Orange Popsicle. The yellow is called Spectra Yellow. This green that I just swatched was Paradise Green, and the darker green is called Classic Green. And I'm just like retracing over there. I'm just doing like a random design just to see like how precise I can really get with these gel liners, because like I said, that's my whole thing. I want to be able to get like into small areas with like, you know, the polish not going all over the place. That teal shade is called Bright Aqua, and then we have this purple shade. It's kind of like a light lilac shade. It's called Violet Tulip, and this is really pretty as well. But I love how thin the brush is because I'm able to get into those tiny areas, and that's what I really like. And as you can see, these are super pigmented, which makes it even better. This darker purple is called Purple Magic. They just like go on so effortlessly, and this nail actually turned out to be like a whole vibe. I wasn't even trying, but I like the way it looked. Like these type of nails are actually in with like all the different like swirly colors, and this last shade is Dazzling Blue. It's like a really nice like royal blue shade. But yeah, I actually ended up top coating these after I cured them for 60 seconds, and I put like bling on the little swatch stick just so you guys could see like the whole vibe, and it turned out super cute. I put like a little teddy bear charm on it, and this is what it looked like. I did like little rhinestones for the eyes. I thought it was so cute. But yeah, these are some really good liners. If you guys are interested in this kit after the video, I'll be sure to link it down below. It will be linked in my Amazon store under gel polishes most likely. So let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Right now I'm applying my primer to my nails. I did all my prepping off camera, and I did dehydrate with some isopropyl alcohol. Excuse the dip powder that's still on my nails from my last set. I just filed it down and like it would not come off. I'll probably do a soak off next time. I'm just gonna go like right over it because yeah, nobody's got time to be sitting here filing nails all day. So yeah, I'll probably just do a soak off the next time I do my nails. But anyways, I'm going in with some base gel because like I said, this is a polygel freestyle, so the base on the nails is going to be polygel. So you always want to apply that base gel to your natural nail to give that polygel something to grip onto and also protect your natural nails from staining. So I went ahead and cured that. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the base on the nails. I'm using Light Apricot from Modelones. It's kind of like a very light peachy shade. So I'm going to be doing like a bunch of French nails. I'm going to be hand painting the French part with the liners and everything. So this is basically kind of going to serve as the nail bed color. It's like a translucent peachy pink. So yeah, I'm just building up the nails with it basically. And your girl finally got an AC for her nail room. Like, can we get a round of applause? Like, no more runny polygels, fast drying acrylics. I can finally do my nails without like dying in 80-degree weather. I'm so happy. It was like so perfect to like do the video last night. I wasn't like sweating or anything like that. Like, you really don't learn to appreciate the AC until you actually, you know, lose it and then have to deal with it afterwards. But anyways, we're back in business. So like I said, I'm building up the nails with this color. I just squeezed it right onto the nails. I'm pretty good at judging how much I need. I am actually going to be going in with a second layer on these, since I wear my nails a little long and I felt like they needed a little bit more thickness. Plus I just wanted to build up the color just a little bit more. I'm gonna be flash curing each nail as I go along, because sometimes when you leave the Modelones polygel on the nails for too long, it starts to run into the cuticle. It's a little bit softer than other polygels. So yeah, I'm just gonna cure each nail. So really, when I'm applying the polygel, I always start by the cuticle and that rounded end that I squeeze out of the bottle. As you can see, I usually leave that up by the nail bed area and focus it in that area, which I use that to build my apex, and then the rest of the polygel, as always, I'm just working it side to side all the way down the nail. You definitely want to make sure that you're getting the sidewalls covered, so you want to kind of like turn your nail side to side as you're applying the polygel, and always like turn your nail to the side or like look down the barrel of your nail and smooth out any lumps or anything before you cure it in your lamp. That's like the good thing about polygel. You can work with it before you cure it and like it's done and over with, unlike acrylic. So if you're like a beginner or something and you're struggling with like, you know, your acrylic application, you can always start off with polygel. It's really easy to work with, and a lot of people are really into polygel now. I still love acrylic, but I think like most people have gravitated towards polygel now, just because it's like so much easier to work with. So yeah, as you can see, I'm smoothing out the nail and removing like any excess, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and flash cure, and I'm basically gonna do the same thing for the next two nails. Alright, so like I said before, I'm just going to add in a little bit more polygel on all of the nails just to build up the color just a little bit and add a little bit more thickness to the nails. I did end up using a little bit of base gel as a slip solution because the second time around it was a little bit hard to like brush the polygel onto the nail, probably because it was kind of like cold. Honestly, I had the AC down so low that it was like freezing cold in there because I missed the cold that much. But yeah, so I just applied a little bit of base gel to kind of like loosen up the polygel a little bit, and just brush it right over you know, the whole nail, focusing most of it up by the apex area and then just brushing the rest down over the tip. because most of the tip is getting covered up anyway. I kind of wanted most of the pigment in the nail bed area because, like I said, I'm doing French nails, so that's the only part you're really going to see. Okay, so moving on to the filing, I did go ahead and cleanse my nails with some isopropyl alcohol to remove the tacky layer from the gel before doing this. I'm starting by debulking my nails. I'm using my fine grit ceramic drill bit and my Niceble nail drill, which will be linked in my Amazon store. Like everything I use is linked in my Amazon store, from like drill bits to everything. But yeah, I'm using this drill bit to debulk right now. This was a really easy base on all of the nails, so I'm pretty much just smoothing over the nails. I'm going around the cuticle and filing that down low, and then I'm just smoothing over the entire nail, filing along the side walls. I'm also using my drill to like take in the sides to redefine the shape of the nail, and filing underneath the nail. And then after that, I'm gonna go in with my hand file. Alright, so now I'm going to take my hand file and I'm going to start shaping up the nails. I'm using a 180 grit hand file, and I'm doing like a long coffin shape. I wanted the tip to be tapered in a lot, so I'm going to be doing that more than I usually do. Normally I leave the tip a bit wider, but I wanted more of like kind of like in between a coffin and a square, but not like too thin at the tip, if that makes any sense. But anyways, so I start by taking the bulk off of the sides. So I start by filing that off by holding my file straight and just like alternating sides, and then to taper in the tip I hold my file at an angle and I file in towards the tip. I always make sure to keep my hand file straight no matter what I'm doing, so that this shape comes out even, and like I said, alternate sides so that your shape doesn't come out uneven. If you stay on one side for too long, that can happen. And I also make sure to file out anything from underneath the nail. And of course, you always want to go in with a buffer after you're done filing. This will just overall like smooth out your nails. So now that the nails are file shaped and buffed, I'm going to go ahead and start painting the French design on all of the nails. So for the Croc print nails, there's going to be two colors, one on each side. So for this one, I'm going to be using Blue Bell, which is that baby blue shade. I did forget to mention this color when I was doing the little practice swatch stick at the beginning of the video. Sorry about that. I think I only made a very small line of it, and when I was like talking to you guys about the product, I like overlooked it. But yeah, this is the baby blue from the kit. And I'm also using that hot pink shade called Raspberry. So to do this was a little bit tricky. And I'm actually doing the French where you bring the line like all the way up to the cuticle area. I don't know if I've been doing my French nails wrong this whole entire time, but I've been seeing a lot of people do it this way lately, and I wasn't doing mine like that, and I was like, was I supposed to be doing it like that? I don't know, but it was a cute look, so I was like, well, I kind of want to do my French nails like that now, so I'm gonna do them like this in this video. It was a little tricky at first because I'm not used to dragging my lines up that far, but the end result was bomb. I love the way they turned out. I'm definitely doing my French nails like this from now on, like no questions asked. It's so cute. So for this one, I'm not gonna cure. I'm gonna do both colors just in case I mess up and have one color on one side, on too much of one side. I can go ahead and fix it, but luckily I didn't do that. So what you're going to want to do is make kind of like a U shape and drag the corners all the way up to the cuticle area, and then go ahead and fill in the rest of the area with the polish. The good thing about these is that they're thick, so you can actually pick up a lot of polish and fill in that area pretty well. The only thing I would say is just be mindful of how much polish you're using, because I think I got a little bit carried away and like really went in there thick. So when I cured, I did have a little bit of wrinkling on the sides of some of the Croc print nails, but luckily it was just on the side and it was going to be covered up anyway with like the 3D design, so you really couldn't see that in the end result. But just like be careful with that. So I kind of just like tighten up my lines a little bit and go ahead and cure. And on this nail, I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to be using the hot pink shade called Raspberry and the yellow called Spectra Yellow. For the next two nails, I'm painting the French, but I'm just using one color. On this nail, I'm using the light pink called Pink Lemonade, and on the pinky, I'm using the orange shade called Orange Popsicle. I'm doing the same thing. I'm making like a U shape and then dragging the polish up the sides all the way up to the cuticle area, and then just filling it in. And of course, I kind of like retrace over the smile line to make it like as neat as I can to match up with the other nails, and then I just go ahead and cure. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and paint the designs on the two French nails that are just one color, so that I can go ahead and top coat all the nails and do the 3D croc print. So on these two nails, I'm just kind of doing random like wavy lines. Like I said earlier, these type of nails are really in with like all the different like lines, kind of like wavy lines or swirly lines, whatever you want to call it. This is totally random. I'm just like going with the flow here. So the colors that I'm using are Orange Popsicle, Raspberry. I'm also using Violet Tulip. I'm using Paradise Green, and then the blue, which is called Bluebell. And I kind of like use the tip of my brush and kind of just, you know, kind of like wiggle my brush and make wavy lines. You do want to be mindful of how much you're using, because if you use too much, the polish can kind of give more of like a 3D effect rather than a flat effect. On this nail, I'm going to be doing the same thing, except the lines are going to be going in like a different direction. I'm pretty much using the same colors, except I'm using the light pink shade Pink Lemonade and the yellow shade Spectra Yellow, along with some of the other colors that I mentioned for the other nail. Now I'm gonna go ahead and top coat all the nails with this matte top gel from Mifa. You definitely want to top coat the Croc print nails with matte top coat because I feel like it kind of looks better. You could do it with shiny top gel if you want to, but in my opinion it looks better with the matte. So I just decided I'm going to do the rest of the nails matte as well. So I'm going to top coat all of them so that I don't get any acrylic powder on the rest of my nails when I go to do the 3D art. To paint the 3D croc print design, I'm going to use the same color that I used on each side. So I'm basically making lines going down the middle of the nail, but only on half of the side since this side is blue. You kind of want to make them as thick as you can. I probably could have made them a little thicker. I think this design would have came out better if I had like a dotting tool, but the whole point is to use the liners. And I didn't want to apply too much because I was afraid that it was going to look like weird. So yeah, this is how it came out, but it was still like a vibe, you know. And you also want to make little lines going along the sides as well to give that croc print effect. And now I'm going in with the pink and I'm doing the same thing, kind of like continuing it on the other side of the nail. But I'm not going to cure. Instead of curing, I'm going to pour clear acrylic powder over it, which is what is going to give the nails that 3D croc print effect. And then I go ahead and cure in the lamp and then dust off my nails. I cure for 60 seconds and it gives this really cool like 3D croc print effect. I've done croc print before on my nails, but not like the 3D kind. I definitely wanted to try it out. The only thing I would do next time is probably make the lines a little bit thicker, but other than that it was still kind of like cute in the end result. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Mia Secret clear acrylic and just like I said, dump it right over the nail. Tap off any excess and do not touch the polish, otherwise you'll mess it up, and go ahead and cure and then dust it off and then repeat the same thing on the other nail. To finish up, I'm just going to add a little bit of bling to the nails just to make everything pop more and make it look really, really cute. I'm using some McCart rhinestone gel to apply these charms on my nails. I will have them linked down below if you're interested in any of them. So I'm using a little teddy bear, I have a crown, a space charm, and then some little like bow charms with like little kind of like heart cherries dangling off of them. It's so cute. I think it was like a whole vibe, like once I added the charms and everything. So yeah, I'm using Macart rhinestone gel, but as you can see, some of it does get a little bit on the nail, and I actually did top coat the nails again with the matte top coat when I was done, just to make everything matte again, because sometimes when I wiped the gel, it kind of like smeared and stayed on the nail after I cured. And I also did top coat the actual charms with some regular top gel, just so that they don't fade. These like metal charms tend to fade if you don't like top coat them from like washing your hands and stuff. But yeah, other than that, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this set. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I post nail tutorials and reviews every week, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Also, hit the notification bell so you do get notified when I upload a new video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Love you guys.